अशाच प्रकारच्या दर्जेदार व्हिडिओ पाहण्यासाठी आमच्या चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा आणि नोटिफिकेशन मिळवण्यासाठी बेल बटनला प्रेस करा.
So let us discuss the questions given in our MPSC examination for the prelims examination. So the question is that in a governor vertical distance which the sleeve travels due to change in equilibrium speed is called what? So if you have taken the governor, the position of the sleeve will changes according with the load acting upon the governor. So for that reason the sleeve lift is the correct answer. Okay. So whenever the load is increased or decreased, the speed of the governor will changes and accordingly the sleeve lift will be experienced here. So for that reason the answer, the distance travelled by this sleeve is called the sleeve lift. The next question is that the thermal conductivity of dash varies with the square root of the absolute temperature. So if you have taken the gases will have the least thermal conductivity and whose thermal conductivity will varies with the square root of the absolute temperature. Square root of the absolute temperature. So the answer is the gas. The next one is the name of the boiler which can generate superheated steam without additional accessories. So among all the boilers, the correct option is the locomotive boiler. So it is a boiler which is used in the railways and in some other marine applications, which is employed to generate the superheated steam without any additional accessories. So what are the additional accessories? Nothing but without the preheater, etc. We can generate the high pressure superheated steam only in the case of the locomotive boiler. And the next question is that the power transmitted by the belt drive is designed on the basis of the options are angle of lap on the smaller pulley, angle of lap on the larger pulley, the average angle of the lap of the two pulleys, and the next one is that the angle of lap of the driver pulley without whether the smaller pulley or larger pulley. So the power transmitted done by the belt drive is completely designed based upon the angle of lap on the smaller pulley. Because the slip will be taken place on the smaller pulley only. So therefore the option 1 is the correct one. And the next one, it is called a 4-bar chain has dash pairs. So turning pairs, sliding pairs, one turning and the remaining are sliding. Last one is the one sliding and the remaining are turning pairs. So a 4-bar chain mechanism consisting of the 4 links and the 4 turning pairs. No sliding pairs. All are the turning pairs in the case of the a 4-bar chain mechanism here. The option 1 is the correct one. And the next one is that in low carbon steels, the presence of the small quantities of the sulfur improves what? So now if you have taken the steel is the alloy of carbon and the other alloying elements like sulfur, manganese, vanadium, chromium, etc. like that. So in that the sulfur will improve the machinability of the steels. The machinability is greatly affected with the presence of the sulfur in the alloy steels. And the next one is the dash is the property of a material to resist the fracture due to high impact blows like the hammer blows. So the property is the toughness. The toughness is the property which is the ability to resist the high impact loads. So here the option 3 is the correct one. And the next one is that the casting produced by forcing the molten metal under high pressure into a permanent metal mold is called a dash casting. So if you have taken all among the options here, the die casting is the correct one. Because in the die casting, the molten metal is forced under high pressure to flow into the mold cavity. After solidification, the mold is opened and the solidified the part will be get ejected. That is called the option is called the die casting. The remaining one is that the next one, the process of removal of the metal by rotating the cutter in the direction of the travel of the workpiece is called the down milling, not the up milling. So in the down milling, the cutter rotation is in the direction of the workpiece, whereas in the up milling or climb milling, the rotation of the cutter will be in opposite direction of the workpiece. So the option 2 is the correct one. And the next one is that dash is a process by which the great pressure is applied to a heated metal billet or blank, causing it to flow through a restricted orifice. Among the options, the extrusion is the correct one. So if you are taken the extrusion process, okay, so we will heat the billet to a very high red hot temperature, and under high pressure the metal billet is forced to flow through a small orifice. So that is called the extrusion process. And the next question of the mechanical stream is that the question number 84 in the set B, a radial component of velocity and acceleration in the curvilinear motion R. Okay, so option 1 is the correct one. R dot nothing but a dr by d theta. Okay, dr by dt. So dot nothing but it is a differentiation with respect to the time. So R dot nothing but dr by dt. That is called the radial component of velocity. And the remaining one is R double dash and R theta dot square. Nothing but it is called the radial component of the acceleration. So option 1 is the correct one. And the next question is that how much is the carbon content in the high tensile steels? So the high tensile steel contains high percentage of the chromium and high percentage of the carbon. So therefore the carbon content is 0.6 to 0.8 in the high tensile steels here. And the next one is that, okay, what is the carbon content of the mild steel? So the mild steel is called the plain carbon steel. Okay, it is called the low carbon steel. The mild steel is called the low carbon steel because in the plain carbon steels we will have the classification based upon the carbon content: low carbon steel, medium carbon steel and high carbon steels. So the mild steel is called the mild, nothing but less percentage of the carbon. So it will comes under the low carbon steel. So in which the carbon content will be maximum up to 0.25%. So in the mild steel, the carbon content is from 0.15 to 0.3%. So the option 4th one is the correct one.
अशाच प्रकारच्या दर्जेदार व्हिडिओ पाहण्यासाठी आमच्या चॅनलला सबस्क्राइब करा आणि नोटिफिकेशन मिळवण्यासाठी बेल बटनला प्रेस करा.